Okay, I think we are on air.
Okay, so we're live here. Hey, Peter, everything's okay? Can you
Everything's
hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud.
How are you, everyone? We've got a lot of people joining us this evening. I want to welcome you to tonight's webinar. This is a little bit different than what we usually do on a Monday evening, so hold tight. We're going to go through a lot of new information for everybody here. So I want to welcome everybody. I have my friend here, Peter Sage, with me in the room. And we're together right now. And how are you, Peter? Everything went well today?
Yeah, how are you, Chris? Everything good?
Yeah, fantastic. It's been a great day. It's nice and warm here. Finally, the weather's starting to turn. We've got a lot of people joining us here in the webinar room today. We're going to give them some new information.
Yeah, well, it's quite exciting. Again, we've got a huge turnout out already, over 450 people here on the call from all over the world. Guys, we know I'm looking at some of the countries here, and it looks like some of you are getting up in the middle of the night, so we just want to say how much we appreciate that. Some of you are getting up because it's morning. Some of you, it's evening time. We've got a global representation here, which is exactly what FirstCoin is around the world. And yes, it's a special time. We've got a lot of good announcements here, some exciting announcements that I know you've been dialing in to listen to. So we get some other people joining us so that we don't have to repeat things. And well, Chris, it's been quite the week in the cryptocurrency world in general. Really, there's been a lot of ups and downs and new announcements and new technology.
Sure,
yeah, I think one of the things that's really come out of a lot of the feedback here that's consistent amongst some of the news and the general market is that crypto is definitely here to stay, and it's attracting more people by the day. I heard that there was the latest stat that I saw was something like 1,000 applications an hour that were going into the exchanges as the general public wake up to the enormity and the reality of cryptocurrency. So everybody that's in now, I guess, will just be telling their kids about the time that they got into crypto and they were there at the beginning.
Absolutely. I'm sitting in a cafe right now here, and actually there's a couple of people talking about Bitcoin just a few tables over. And so it's definitely widespread, and there's a lot of news that's going out with the people. So we're in exciting times right now, and we're so glad that FirstCoin is a part of it. And moving forward, we've got so much great news for you this evening, and we're going to go through everything step by step. So please stay with us for the duration of this evening, because it may be a little bit of a longer call than what we're usually used to. But believe us, we have a lot of information here for you right now. So Peter, what's your consensus here today? What's the FirstCoin going to be doing later on today, and all the people that are joining us?
Well, I think with the amount of showing that we've just gone over the 500 mark here. I think the amount of support that we've got, the amount of vested interest, the amount of passion that I see people have for this coin and what believe in the coin, it all bodes well for where we're going. But behind that, you need a company that has solid leadership. Yeah, behind that, you need a company that has a solid plan. And I'm very blessed and very grateful that on the last week's webinar, we were joined live by the company's CEO, Mr. Joseph Bosnick. And I've got obviously a special announcement for everybody here on the call tonight. And that is that Joseph himself is going to be leading this webinar. You're not going to be hearing from Chris and I as much as usual, which is probably a good thing. And he's also got some special guests with him as well. And for those that are ready to really find out where we're going here globally into the future in this embryonic stage of this exciting company, I think it's probably about ready. We hand it over to the man himself. Joseph, are you ready for us?
Yeah, Peter, we also have Malik Saqib here with us from London, who's heading up the UK team. So we'll introduce him as well later on today. But I think that Joseph is in the room here. We'll pass on the staff, as it will, to him and the team. Joseph, how are you? You're ready to join us? Oh, look at that. I think, Joseph, if we take the camera off.
Hello, Peter. Good evening to everybody. Do you hear me?
It might speed up the webinar process.
I know, it'd be nice to see him. I think we've been setting up the technology here, guys, so bear with us.
Hear me? Can I get?
We're coordinating on different time zones and countries here. And
Yes.
great to see so many people in the
Yes.
on the call.
Hi. Hello from
535.
Serbia.
Let's see if we can get a 600 tonight.
Sharif, Arsad,
And Paul from Uganda,
Pakistan, India. Hello to
Pakistan, Serbia.
all the world.
Where else? Where's the furthest call we've got here?
I can
Did I
continue.
see anybody from Australia or New Zealand? We've got
Yes.
Dubai in the house,
Okay,
India's
okay.
in the house, Turkey, of course,
Good evening, Peter.
Italy,
Good evening
yeah, Vietnam. Wow.
to all members.
Germany's in the house. We've got wow. This is a massively global community here, guys.
For introducing
And
me.
obviously the UK.
At the beginning, I want
my
to
home.
apologize for my English, but I do my best to say on the way that you will understand.
Okay, over to Joseph.
And, one question to all of you guys: how are you today? How are you feeling now? Believe me, I can't even express you how great feeling is in my heart now. We are all connected from various parts of the world, from many. They are from India, Pakistan, Europe, United States, Africa, Asia. Welcome everybody. And just a few sentences I want to tell on the beginning. In past days, I received so many friend requests on Facebook, on Instagram. I got so many messages with a positive vibration. Thank you, guys. Many thanks to all of you. I'm sorry if I didn't answer to all of you. I did my best to answer you, but in past days, me and the people which I will introduce you today, we didn't have a time even to sleep. And that's why I understand that you will understand our situation. We had a lot of work to do. And you know what is the best part? Even more work than we will had in than we had in past day, even more work and more meetings we will have in the future period. That's why I'm so excited. I'm excited because of all good news what we prepared for the better future of our coin. I believe that you also feel this common energy what is now, because that is exactly what we need to return our first coin where we want it to be. And now, just now I'm thinking, could we bring our first coin to be, let's say, among the top 20 best coin in the market? Do you agree with me? I'm sure with this energy, what you have, with your passion, what you showed in the past, let's call it turbulent period, with your loyalty to the project, I'm quite sure that we can do it. We can achieve this goal. My dear friends, I know how many unanswered questions you have in your head. I can imagine how many confused you also have in your head. I can imagine that some of you were being even afraid of the current situation. I know all of that. And you know why I know all of that? Because I'm from the network. I'm a guy from the network. I have 17 years of network experience. I know how are you feeling now. I know that one of the worst things in the network business is a bad communication. And that's why I apologize in the name of the company. But in future, everything will be different. That's why we are here. We are changing everything. And this is not one-man show, what is all about it. You will see, my friends, you will see, how can I say it? You will find out today who are the new board members, and all of them being experts in their field. I'm very honored to cooperate with them. But first, I want to give you my thankful to people who leaded FirstCoin project before, until a few days ago. They made a big things too. But as I said, after a long time discussion in past, 1 month and a half about ago, we recognized that what is the best for the future of our first coin. We all agreed in this, and that's why we needed changes. I do not want to bother you now. What are all those changes? Because we will inform you about every detail in the future. Now, I just want to briefly explain what these changes are based on. For example, eco-sharing project such as Paulonia. These are great long-term project, but I'll show you two reasons why it was a good idea to change it now. First, from the economic logic of seeing. If we concentrate on the financial benefit, both, and for the company and for the members of the First Coin Club, the profits from this project would get after, I don't know, 10 and even maybe more years. Second reason, for the realization of these projects, we have to spend a lot of energy and company resources. These are projects, what we will certainly think about it in the future. But for now, we need project that will bring us a profit in a short time. I believe you will agree with this decision, because we can love as much some project as FirstCoin is, but honestly, if this project doesn't bring a profit to us, that love will become more and more every week, will become more and more stronger. I will explain you more, but example by example with ATM, because we always get question about ATMs. When will the ATMs be launched? Why is there no ATM yet? Something like that. You know that. I understand your concern. But now let's really look at the facts. To launch ATM on the market, it is important that FirstCoin be listed on a major and bigger exchange. And to get our coin on a bigger exchange, as Bittrex or Binance, we need to have more transactions on blockchain, which is not the case now, because we have a lot of transactions within the club and they are not written on the blockchain. And why all of you prefer transaction inside the club? Because nobody wants to pay those 7.5% fee. And so we can rotate in a circle. Because there are no enough transactions on a blockchain, no one bigger exchange will not accept us. And without this bigger major exchange, there are no sense to launch ATMs. Also, another point that is very important. We want to prepare a transition from a centralized way of running the project in a decentralized way. What does that mean? There are no needs that the company launch all these ATMs all over the world by own. Why? Because then in every country where company wants to set up ATM, we should open a new company. Every country, one company. And further, each of that company needs to have employed. Do you know what that means according to the economic logic? Again, there is no profit in the beginning, just profit for the long period. Isn't it much easier to enable, for example, you, members of the club, that you are setting up an ATM, how much you want? Many of you are business people. Many of you have their own company. You can then place an ATM in your restaurant, or in your hotel, or in your auto salon, or in your gasoline station, or in your shop, or in your office, anywhere. And this is the solution. We just have ATMs all over the world, just like that. Am I right? Now, okay, I can talk also more about those changes, but I hope with these examples I show you what we mean. And now is the time that I want to introduce you the board members, people which are capable to bring this project on the next level. Are you excited because of that? Are you curious? So let's get started. Or let me check. Peter, what do you think that first we have a communication, have a talk with one expert in a trade who will explain better for all of us what is important in a cryptocurrency world. What do you think, Peter, before showing the board members that we can talk with this guy? And I'm kindly ask you, can you please introduce that guy? Before showing the board this guy, and I'm kindly ask you, can you please introduce that guy?
Certainly. Thank you for that, Joseph. Yes, Well, this is a gentleman that I've certainly come to know and love for the last several months, who's a fantastic expert in this industry. He's got years of experience, and somebody that I'm very proud has come on to take the part of the management here to move this thing forward. It's a person that's educated me in the industry. I can say that hand on heart. And I'd like to hand over to Mr. Saqib Malik.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me, everyone? Okay. Hi, good evening. My name is Malik Saqib. Some of you might already know me as we started this business back in July. Before coming into and joining this great, fantastic project, FirstCoin, I personally was a cryptocurrency trader, and my journey started back in August 2015. The thing which I have learned during this period, as someone of my friend was saying the other day, some people came and joined FirstCoin for a season, but some of them joined for a reason. And believe you me, when we joined this project and we look at that project, there was a reason. The reason was, it's not always about making money. Because we already had enough money we were making in the cryptocurrency trading, which we were doing professionally for more than 2 years. It was a time where we wanted to multiply that. We wanted people to get on board, because so many people were coming to me and asking me, how can we join this, this industry? We don't know, we need guidance, and we need to start out where we will be secure. And FirstCoin was a project which provided that first stairs for people to come and join this beautiful revolution, which I always keep on calling the revolution, which was happening around us. So since we joined, we have seen a lot of things happening, and that's actually very normal. Because what happened, we have to do something. We have to believe. If we have a strong belief that cryptocurrencies are there to stay, if we have a belief that blockchain technology is there to stay, which I have 200%, and this is what the development which recently we have seen, then all the rest of that is noise and nonsense. Just ignore it. Okay, we need to actually educate ourselves. The industry which we are involved in is something is completely new. Okay, we need to educate ourselves, we need to learn, and that's a process which we have to keep doing each and every day. Unfortunately, what happened in FirstCoin, we actually became victim of our own success, and I have no shame in saying that, and why I'm saying that, we grow so much that company has taken that 6 to 8 weeks to do the catch up with the number of people who joined this business. Okay, they were not expecting this many numbers of members, to be totally honest. As far as I know, the target was to get around 50,000 members by end of December. But you know what? We actually crossed over 200,000. And that wasn't actually only limited to FirstCoin. If we look in generically, if we look around in the cryptocurrencies, people are aware of it, like companies like Coinbase, the largest exchange in the world for Bitcoin. In the last quarter of the year, starting from October, November, and December, they have to actually hired 762 more employees. Why? Because no one was expecting the outbreak which happened. Bittrex, end of November 2017, they stopped opening or registering new members. And only a week ago, after 2.5 months, exchange like Bittrex took that long actually to come up, with the securities, with the upgrades which they wanted to do. After 2.5 months clearing the backlog, they have just allowed the new members to come on board. So I think it's fair enough that we should allow 6 to 8 weeks to FirstCoin to sort out and do the catch up which we were missing. And it is happening, guys. Believe you me, where I can see it with the support of all these new members coming on board, with the leadership of Joseph and everybody else who is involved in the project, it is going towards the right direction. What I wanted to say is there are two things which I wanted to say here. We, the members actually have been responsible ourselves for bringing the price down. The way system works, unfortunately, 90% of the people who join FirstCoin have never done trading in their life. Okay, and that's where the leadership needs to come in and need to train their people how to actually sell and buy the FirstCoin. Because only doing that on Livecoin correctly, we can control the price. And this is what we have seen. What has happened in the last month or so, because I've been noticing it from since 24th of December, 70% of the volume which was coming up on Livecoin exchange was only there for selling. Okay, 30% was the buying. So that was a big ratio, and it was inevitable what happened. And then that continued in January till the end of January. It went up to 92%. People were selling. Why? Because they were getting panicked. They don't know what was happening, as nobody was there to guide them or steer them to the right path. So we actually, have contributed to what the price has come down to. And the second biggest factor was the internal selling and buying. Okay, there were people who were actually running their own exchanges, internally buying and selling. Instead of registering all these transactions on the exchanges, all the volume which was created internally. Okay, and then if we look at the trends as well, we can see it is going up from September, October, and November, and then there's a big decline in December and January, as nobody was selling on exchange, so no transactions were recorded. So the volume came down to 6 to 9 Bitcoin a day. Okay, but I tell you this, those days are gone. We have hit the bottom which we would have, and now the things are looking really positive. You can even see from the volume coming up on the screen. This is something which we need to do. Okay, there are more than 220,000 members, but say only 10,000 of these members who are the active participant, if they only sign one person with a $1,200 pack today, not only that they're going to get more than 10,000 or a pool package coins, they will generate a $12 million volume just in a week time. And I don't think so. That's not achievable. If only 10,000 of us multiply ourselves and activate a $1,200 pack, okay, signing up new people, inviting new people, it will give us a volume of $12 million in a week. And that's going to make a big difference. So guys, hang in there. Okay, many more news are coming up. I don't want to take much time, because the people who know me, they know that I'm going to keep on talking, but I don't want to do that. A few things I would like to say here. I would like to mention the efforts which everybody has done, the patience which everybody has shown, the leadership which we have seen coming up, because you only come across people, who are made of steel in these kind of situations, the people who are there to shoulder us, so I would really appreciate and really thank you everyone who has contributed, especially the people back home as well, in different countries. We had a really successful events just finishing in Pakistan, so I thank all the leadership in Pakistan. I thank everybody else. I can't take the names because then it will be long ongoing process. What I would like to do, I would like to pass on back to Peter. So thank you very much from my side. Keep the hopes up. Things are happening and everything is gonna be very smooth very soon. Thank you very much from my end.
Excellent. Thank you, Saqib. Much appreciated. And it certainly gives me a lot of comfort knowing that somebody like yourself with the experience is now coming to the front of the management team, and that I'm sure is going to be focused on a lot of different aspects of how we're going to take the coin forward. What I would like to do is take this opportunity to hand over to our CEO, who I think you can see there smiling on video, looking great. And Joseph is going to be leading us through some of the action points as we're going to be moving forward here. Joseph, over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Peter. Thank you also, Saqib, for your great information. I'm so happy and exciting to follow you on the live webinar, and because we will get so strong, powerful, and huge education in the future. So, like I promised you, I want to introduce you the board members, people which are capable to bring this project on the next level. I know that you are excited. I know that you are curious. So let's get started. First, I want to introduce you our new Chief Investment Officer. He's a serial entrepreneur and has been advisor, now listening, to royal family members in the Middle East for the last 6 years. Do you remember this? Of course. He also sits on the advisory board of Communities Without Boundaries NGO, linked to the White House and trustee of Bounton Foundation, a charity registered in the UK helping the less fortunate and orphans. Ladies and gentlemen, dear members of FIRSTCOIN CLUB, this is my big, huge pleasure. I don't know what to say, to introduce to you our new Chief Investor Officer, Dr. Gefari Dulapandan. I hope, let's first check. Yes, he is here.
Thank you, Joseph. Good evening, all my FirstCoin family. I wouldn't be here without you because we as a community, this is why I came into FirstCoin, because we are a community. And it's an honor to have been invited to join the board by Joseph and the founder of FirstCoin, Mr. George, as your chief investment officer. I joined the FirstCoin family at the end of October. We have been through ups and downs as a family, as we all know. So let me share something with you, my dear family. Stay with me on this. Picture this in your minds. This is very relevant to actually what's happening with our coin. Picture this. In a forest, a pregnant deer is about to give birth. She finds a remote grass field near a strong flowing river. This seems a safe place, she thinks. But suddenly, her labor pains start. At the same moment, picture this. Dark clouds gather around about and lightning starts, a forest fire. She looks left. What does she see? A hunter with a bow and arrow extended, pointing at her. She looks to her right. She sees a hungry lion approaching her. What can she do? Remember, she's pregnant, right? And in labor. What will happen? Will the deer survive? Will she give birth to a fawn? Will the fawn survive? Or will the forest fire burn everything? Will she perish by the hunter's arrow? Will she die a horrible death at the hands of the hungry lion approaching her? She's constrained by the fire on one side and the flowing river on the other, and boxed in by her natural predators. Can we relate to this now? In the coins market, what does she do? She focuses on giving birth to new life. And the sequence of events follow. The lightning strikes and blinds the hunter. He releases the arrow, zips past the deer and strikes the hungry lion and kills it. It starts raining heavily and the forest fire slowly douses with the rain. The deer, she gives birth to a healthy fawn. Check the circumstances that took place above and ask yourself whether deer had influence in the chain of reactions. Like we do have any influence of what's happening in the market now? We don't. What happened to our enemies in front of our eyes? In our lives too, there are moments of choice, my dear family, when we are confronted on all sides with negative thoughts and possibilities. What we must do is to not take our eyes off the ball. We must remain focused on the issue at hand. Maybe we can learn something from this deer. The priority of the deer is that given the moment was simply to give birth to her fawn. The rest was not in her hands, and any action or reaction that changed her focus would have likely resulted in her death or disaster. So ask ourselves, where is my focus? Where is my faith and hope? This market is so volatile. You have so much negativity around at the moment. But we together as a community, as a family, trust me, we, the new board, we are going to take this coin to the next level, but we need your help. You're our family. When the chips are down, when you have trouble, who do you go to? To your neighbor? to anyone else? No, you look to your family, and this is the FirstCoin family. Please remember this. Next time, when you have negativity, we are one team, we are one family. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, dear members of FirstCoin Club, dear family, part of our family. Okay, you can stay here with me also. Now, you see who is our new Chief Investor Officer, and I'm sure that you are so excited because of this. And the next person who I want to introduce you is also my friend for a long period. He's from Budapest, and because I want to read what he wrote, what I wrote about him, because it is very important to me to say things about him, because there are so many things about him. So let me find. Okay. Yes, just a second. It's very important to say everything. That I want to introduce you our new Chief Technological Officer. Since his childhood, he is interested in IT technology. So he deals with it over 30 years. It's younger than me. Participate and build up the IT system for the Hungarian national television for Olympic Games 2000 in Sydney. Built several Hungarian and international IT infrastructure projects, managing several 100 projects. Also build up international call center with multiple location and supported, managed it. He got the opportunity to build up the first Hungarian hospital internal IT system, which managed several locations and unified different systems, with which he was able to contribute to better performance. Since beginning of 2017, he is interested and involved in different kind of cryptocurrency. He gathered different experiences in mining, also interested in the newest blockchain technology. Participate in FirstCoin since mid-summer this last year, not this year, sorry, last year. He's like to speak a lot, but I will not give him a lot of time now. He's my friend from Budapest, my dear friends, my dear family. Let's introduce me, Mr. Andras Shekeli. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. And good evening for everybody from all over the world. I think what Mr. Ghaffari was saying to us, that this is our family and this is our job to serve you. So I think it's really a big honor for me to sit here and to have the opportunity to change the way for the future for FirstCoin. I think this is really a new start, a FirstCoin 2.0 for everybody. So I'm really excited to fulfill the challenges that we are facing, and we have, and this new board will, with help of all new members together, we will fulfill all the needs that raise up. I think there's a lot of work in front of us, but none of us is afraid of this lot of work. As hopefully we can get your trust, and you will see that really we will do our best to have all your satisfaction for this. For the other thing is that you have to know that we also need your support, and we also need your opinion and suggestions. That's why we created a questionnaire form that we will send immediately after this webinar to every participant. So please, really please, fill them, really simple, fill them and send them back to you. So we know your concerns, we know what you feel about the company and what you feel about the whole system. With this information and with your suggestions, we will begin to work on them very soon. So this is first of all that we need from you. Also, you will see a lot of changes on the website, on the FirstCoin Club portal. So we will do our best to change what is currently and have a really good interaction with you. But what is really need to understand that we will need you. this project is only with you big. So that's why we really need your answers and interactions from all leaders, from all participants too. Okay. Thank you very much. And really, I can speak also hours, that's true, as my friend too. So I really give the word back to him to introduce the other persons that are here sitting and waiting. So thank you very much and have a good day.
So big news about FullCoin, you will tell later, of course.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Super. Let's go further, ladies and gentlemen. Let me check now who is the next guy who I want to introduce you. Our next member of the board is our new Chief Marketing Officer. He joined us after 10 years experience in multinational companies with a strong background in sales and marketing projects. I don't want to say now his name because he's fully taken the responsibility for coordinating the whole marketing team in order to create awareness and recognition of our loved coin, of our first coin. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you our new Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Adrian Maximilian Netsoil. Okay.
It's a little bit hard for him. Good evening. Let me show it.
Okay.
Good evening, leaders. How are you? I hope you're well, all of you. I'm very happy being here with Josip and Gefari and Andras. We are trying to build a strong team to manage this thing to go to the moon. I'm very excited now because we have many news for you, many announcements, many things that will happen very soon. And I don't want to tell you too much because, as Andras said, we will send you a survey that what I ask you and what I need for you, I need your help because you are the network, you are the people who will build this coin. And I will need you to communicate with me with in every way you can. Email, phone, I'll be there. I will try to provide everything that we need to create our awareness, the thing that we need so much in this period, in this hard period. I won't tell too much now. I hope we will be with you soon, live, publicly, because you are, I don't know how many members, 600 members already,
yes.
Or if I can see better. Okay. It's done for now. I'll let you with Joseph. Thank you very much. And the thing is, I heard last day one of you leaders saying that we are here not for the season, we are with a reason.
Yes.
Take care.
Sakib. Thank you very much, Adrian. Now, please, can you call again Mr. Andras, because we are here for the news, not only to talk. We have some news what we want to announce to you. And now Mr. Andras will talk about one point what is very important for all of us, and you about FullCoin, Andras. Now, can you explain a little bit about FullCoin? What is the news and when it will be launched?
Okay, so some of you were and hear the recordings of Phuket where we introduce FullCoin for everybody. So FullCoin is intended to simplify the buying of FirstCoins and making a direct bank transfer from your bank account direct to a bank account and getting immediately FirstCoin for it. So that's why this project has a really enormous high priority for us. For that, you see, after this change, what is now happening, we also will greatly focus on this. That means first, FullCoin project is in the really final state and final development phase. So after now getting this position, we will make a full control of this and continuously checking the state. For the start of the project, we estimate the first week or end of first week of March. Then we will have the opportunity to launch and publish it for all members. So this is it, but all information, it will be available on the web pages and you will be able to track them continuously. That's it for now.
Okay, this is great news about FirstCoin. You heard also about security. We are working still on increasing the security of the whole system. And now, dear FirstCoin members of the FirstCoin Club, I have another very important information for the end. I'm sure everyone will be happy for this information. I know that. I know that because in the contacts, in all the contacts I had with all of you, at least 2 times, each of you talked about it and asked me. Each of you asked something, why do we need this? There are no sense to have this. Can you guess what it's all about? Can you guess what I want to say now? Let me check your messages to see. Let me see if anyone will guess. Okay. I will not keep you in uncertainty anymore. I will tell you now. Or I can leave it for the next Monday webinar in 7 days. What do you think? It is just 7 days. You can wait. No. It will not be like this, because in 7 days, we will have a lot of new information what we want to share with you. So what is that good news? Here you go, my dear members of FirstCoin Club, my dear family. Listen to me very carefully. There will no be 7.5% fee for payment from FirstCoin Club to Livecoin or your Bitnet anymore. Never, ever more. We killed it. I hated those 7.5%. Did you also hate those 7.5%? That is why there is no longer this 7.5%. In the future, it will be only 1%. And now, I need your final patience and confidence, because before I give my word again to Peter, your final patience and confidence, as you may see many news we show to you, full coin, it will be increasing the security level, what we are working on, new marketing materials, everything, what will help us to see what are your needs, what do you want to know, every detail, and also this killing this 7.5% fee for implement all of this. We need a time. So we ask you for a patient. I'm sure you will understand. We need a time to implement all those changes in the system, and that's why we will block all withdrawals requests from inside the club to outside of our club. The block period will be till the end of the current month. We need this to implement all those full coin, increasing security level, killing 7.5% fee, all those marketing materials and everything else. I repeat again, I'm talking about outside withdrawals from inside the club to outside the club will be blocked till the end of the month. Thank you very much, my family, for your patience and understanding. Now I'm giving my word again to Peter Sage. Peter, are you there? You can close up this webinar. I hope that everybody are satisfied with the news. Hello, Peter. That everybody studied with the news.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for that. There's one of the things that's really come out from here, guys, and I want to thank you all for your time, is that we're entering into a new period of FirstCoin. Now, like any big ship that's turning in the ocean, we want to turn this ship from the direction that it's been heading in the last few weeks due to the turbulent waters of the market, and into a new direction, so that all of the queries that you've been writing in to the chat room here, all of the emails that we've been receiving, we hear you. We hear your comments and concerns. We understand that you want materials. We understand that you want to be able to have a strategy that rises the coin price, that puts it onto a firm foundation, that allows us to be groomed into going into a major exchange. If you go to any of the major exchanges, whether it's Bittrex, Poloniex, Binance, all of those, and go and have a look at what they state as to how they look and assess coins for acceptance onto a major exchange, you will see that there are a set of parameters. What FirstCoin is doing with the leadership right now, my friends, is being able to turn that ship into the direction that meets those parameters. Unfortunately, those people that got in for a season will be disappointed because you cannot turn a major ship on an ocean immediately. The captain of this ship, as Joseph now is, has given the instructions. He's assembled the team, and we're now moving in the right direction. But it's not a speedboat we're dealing with here. If you turn the wheel of a speedboat, it moves instantly. If you turn the wheel of an oil tanker, nothing happens for the next mile because it takes time to turn. FirstCoin needs the next few weeks to help turn that direction, and it needs your support, my friends. So what Joseph is saying is, we are making decisions. There is a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. This is not hot air. It's not just stories. There's a lot of strategic decisions being made that have to be made for one reason only, and that is to groom FirstCoin to be a solid coin to be accepted on major exchanges globally. That is not the case right now because we've grown from an embryonic stage into a toddler, into a teenager, but to go to a young adult requires a different strategy. And for those people that just want the good news of saying, I want to have it now, that takes time. This coin needs to have the right team to lead it into maturity, but we are listening. And things are happening. The white paper is still being written. The roadmap is still being formulated. We're assembling the team. Decisions are being made. Things are moving in a far, far more positive direction. And I want to thank you all for your patience on that. Nobody likes to have a coin value that's lower than when they bought. That's human nature. But in order to turn that around and have it have a solid foundation, not a short-term blip, we need a solid plan. And that's what the management team are now putting together. And that's why Joseph has assembled the experts in their field to really make sure that everything is thought through. We're going to be sending out some communications this week to update you on what's happening. You deserve to be kept in the loop. And as we make decisions, they will be communicated to you. So from that perspective, Joseph has already said one of the easiest things that we can do is to stop the 7.5% because technically that's very easy. However, in order to transition to full coin, it does require some technical adjustments. And just like Binance, just like Bittrex, some of the major exchanges that have been down for weeks because of making upgrades to their systems and to be able to cope and upgrade to their new levels of demand. We will be putting those restrictions on until the end of the month, but at least now you have a date and you have a reason. And when we come back, we're going to be coming back far stronger to be able to move to full coin, which is going to be great news for the coin, great news for the value, great news for the members. And it's going to be a starting point for a far stronger position. One of the other things I'm very excited to announce, my friends, is that we had a lot of emails come through with regards to the ICO coins. We were meant to be stopping the ICO coin promotion on the 15th of February. And a lot of people have been asking, because the price is so low, a lot more people have been buying the coin to take advantage, and that gives you a lot more ICO coins. Now, we are now going to also extend the ICO coins promotion until the end of this month. So you still have a chance to take advantage of that. Again, we're going to be sending out some communication this week just so that you can see and be kept up to date with everything that we covered here. And I'm very pleased and very proud to be able to have or be part of this coin in terms of where it's going now with the future. The ship is turning. Please be patient. We're doing a lot of things behind the scenes, and I'm really looking forward directions where we go from here. And also, there's been many requests that have come through. We've got a huge amount of emails. If you have any suggestions, some feedback, please send them through communications at the normal email address, which is FIRSTCOIN CLUB. And we do answer the emails. We do listen to you, and we are on track to make this a strong coin. So communications at firstcoinproject.com, and all of the suggestions go in. They are all looked at. We are aware of the issues, guys. You don't have to keep reminding us, and we're going to be able to steer this forward through. So we will have a lot more updates for you again next week. Please come on board. This is our once a week ability to be able to talk to you in the field, to be able to really listen to you, and for you to be able to get the latest update from the horse's mouth. Again, Joseph is now leading this. You're hearing it from more updates as we move forward, and you will be kept in the loop. Guys, thank you. I know it's late for where you are. I know some of you waited here nearly an hour, and over 500 of you stayed on the call. And this is probably one of the biggest advances in FirstCoin since its inception last year. And if we've seen what we were able to do in 2017 with a smaller management team, with a smaller amount of members in a smaller market, we're now getting ready for this teenager to become an adult. Thank you so much for your time, my friends. And I really look forward to being able to share more news with you on the next one, and also stand by your inboxes for the next couple of days, because we'll be able to communicate that with you. Take care, have a wonderful evening, and we'll speak very soon.